Was Abraham Lincoln a president?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was just a whatever public figure.
Welcome back to Delulu Diaries, where the timelines don't match, but the receipts always do. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Glass and a little bit about Hero because Keem went off on both shows. And I gotta tell you, if you're a glasshole, this one might not be the one for you because I am gonna say those girls were mad disrespectful. But let's go ahead and get into it so you guys can see for yourself and tell me your opinions down in the comments.
Hi, Keem.
Are you guys saying you're not gonna redirect to Hero?
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
They can break all the rules, Keem. We can't have one day where they made a crazy fake-ass accusation on us and we don't redirect to them with a crazy goal. We hit a crazy goal. We got 3 reds in 2 minutes. 3 reds in 2 minutes, Keem.
Guys, you can't do that.
Can I at least redirect to Queens? Can I be fair and redirect? Come on, Keem. So they can break every rule. She literally threatened to dox somebody, threatened to call somebody's job the other day. What punishment did she get?
She lost her host role.
For less than 24
Then you know
hours.
she's gonna get back.
And she last night said she would do it again, Keem. Do you want me to play the clip for you? She said she would do it again.
She doubled down on live and said she would do it again.
Okay, if you don't watch Glass, basically what happened leading up to this is that they set a goal, and the goal was really low. They say that they hit a crazy goal, but they literally made it 20 yellows, which equates to $200. They happened to get a lot more than that, but the point of the matter is that they literally asked for $400 to not send the redirect to Hero, which is a big deal in the LCU because it's built on the redirect. Keem set the LCU up to basically function like a cable TV show where after your show ends, you immediately go to another show. So this would be like if you were watching daytime television and somebody just didn't put anything else on and your TV just went black. Like, yes, a lot of people who watch Glass are going to choose to just tune in for that show, but some people do stick around, and this is evident because in Hero, there are a couple of people who chime up saying that they're here for the redirect. Like, they basically were watching Glass, they got sent over here, and then they do stick around and watch. So as vocal as people from Glass are to say like, oh, well, we're not going to watch it, so why redirect? Some people do. So Keem's kind of got the shitty end of the stick right now because he's got glass holes that are going to be upset that he's telling them that they can't do this goal that they already set and got money for. But at the same time, he can't let Zey and Rosie just make up their own rules. Like, everybody has to fall in line. Otherwise, nobody will.
Dude, I have to deal with the consequences of this, guys.
I
have to deal with Amber.
Sorry that she's a whiny ass bitch.
Punish
but
me,
have we
Keem.
come
I
to
don't
you
give
and
a
fucking
fuck.
whined? Have we come? No, because have we come to you and fucking whined each and every time they fuck us over, or each and every time they fucking accuse us of some wild out of pocket ass shit, Keem? I'm sorry, but like I'm not gonna lay down and take this shit.
Yeah, but I'm here to defend you to say that that is not true. I mean, I publicly was confronting Amber on that she lied. It's not true.
Okay, that's one thing. That's a drop in the fucking ocean.
It's also, she's gonna sit there on her stream today, make up this bullshit that her and Gemini didn't know shit, and it was this bullshit they didn't know. Like, I don't want to redirect to that, Keem. Like, I'm gonna be for real. Like, at least let us redirect to Queens, please. We'll go members only, do it that way. We'll redirect to Queens, but we got 3 reds and 3 like
look!
Like, Keem, 4 reds.
Bro, yeah, no. No, he dropped $200. That's $500.
I will call you back.
Okay, I'm sorry the audio was a little funny there. I had to cut Rosie yelling down, but I wanted you guys to see the clip of her fully yelling at Keem because, again, if I call Amber out for some shit, I'm not going to let it slide when somebody else does it. Amber is crazy disrespectful to Keem, but in this moment, Zey and Rosie are being disrespectful as well. And listen, I get their frustration about how it seems like Amberlynn gets away with absolutely everything and that Glass is always on the bottom. But at the end of the day, if you're a Glass fan, you have to realize that part of what these girls are doing to get this kind of money is they're trying to make it seem like a community where their successes are your successes and their failures are your failures. And that's how they get so much money. And it's not like that. You guys have to take a little bit of a step back because doing something like sending $500 to inconvenience Amberlynn slightly for one day is wild. I'm not somebody to tell you like how to spend your money, and I'm not an Amber fan or anything before you guys want to come for me for that, but you need to be so aware of the fact that these girls are grifters just as much as everybody else in the LCU. If you enjoy their content and you want to send money, that's absolutely fine. But $500, that's like a third of what my rent used to be. That's a crazy amount for your return being just not sending Amber a redirect for one day. So that's all I'm going to say. I just feel like it's very easy to get wrapped up in the excitement and not think about like how much money you're giving these people. And I wouldn't even really be saying anything except for the fact that I know that one of the people who sent a large donation was in the VC talking about how they're really pressed for money right now. So I'm just saying, you know, watch your bag while you're supporting these creators.
Ladies, you must redirect to Hero. If you don't, you will be punished.
What's the punishment?
What's the punishment?
Well, you're going to have to gamble to see what it is.
All right, so what if it's not Rosie's idea and it's my idea and I put it on the stream and I'm in control and she can't control it? Is it just my punishment?
Both of you would be punished.
I used to go to Atlantic City and gamble, Keem.
Yeah, I'll take the gamble.
I'm just saying, you have to redirect. This whole thing is built on the redirect. You know, you don't have the right.
They complain. They complain.
No, even better point. How many times has your mama done goals to redirect over people and it was okay? How many times has Live done goals to redirect over people and it was okay? ALR's such a star, she doesn't need a redirect. Why does she need the redirect today?
It's not.
Live has gotten donos though to go over the redirect, and we just got a 500 while you were here.
Didn't one of your fans literally one of your
$400
$400
dono right now.
$286.92. How about now, Keem? They aren't making this on Hero.
$400, a $500 dono, 3 $100 donos, Keem. What are we talking about?
So just take the LCU out of it for a second and imagine that you're in a 9-to-5 talking to your boss. If you want to break the rules ahead of time and you're telling your boss, like, okay, if you're going to have to write me up, but I'm going to do this shit. That's so crazy. Like, Keem is trying really hard to keep his cool or whatever, but like, this is really disrespectful. This is stuff that should be handled behind the scenes. It would not have been challenging for Rosie and Zey to talk to him and be like, hey, listen, I think that this goal would go really well. Is there anything we can do to make it work? But now they're putting him on the spot. And like I said, if I'm calling Amber out for some shit, I'm calling everybody out who does it. So if I can't get behind Amber doing this kind of shit where she puts Keem on the spot and talks about shit that should be behind the scenes, I can't give Zey and Rosie a pass for doing the same fucking thing. It's disrespectful no matter how you slice it, and they do have ways to communicate behind the scenes. So they could have worked with Keem to make this goal happen, but instead they're sitting here taking money from their viewers over something that they don't have control over, and they're saying to Keem's face, if you have to punish us, punish us. And also, let it be known, the way that I clipped these, you can only see the support for it, but they have somebody who works on their docket team who is sending in donations, giving them money to tell them, stop, listen, you need to be reasonable. He can take your whole show away. Please think about the future implications, because you guys are doing this for what? For one day of not doing a redirect? I again understand why they're upset. I also feel frustrated with how Keem treats Amber a lot of the time. But they have a whole ass show. They have viewers who enjoy tuning in. They are risking everything. Keem can strip them of their host roles. He can make them be unpaid. He can make them not do the show at all. He can just say goodbye, Glass. He already just recently posted saying he's getting rid of 12 fucking shows. So it's really irresponsible of Zey and Rosie to be pressing their luck right now. And on top of that, you got to think Keem is planning a fucking wedding. He's about to leave so that he can take care of business on getting married. He already has a lot of stress on his plate. So of all the times to do this, when he just said he's getting rid of some fucking shows, that he's overstressed and overworked, like, it's not the time, ladies. You're going to lose your whole fucking platform. Do not play around like this.
The thing that's more insulting is that he's basically just saying, fuck the people who just threw $400, $500, $100 at this fucking stream. He's basically just saying, fuck all you guys. I only care about this big back bitch who doesn't even bring in that type of money anyways. Like, oh.
Okay, so again, I have to disagree with Zey here. Keem is not saying that he doesn't care about the people sending in the money. He's saying he doesn't care about the money to the point that he's willing to break the rules of his own show. If he lets it happen one time, and he brings up this point, if he lets it happen one time, it's going to happen a lot. And he even brings up that it could work against the girls. Like, what if Hero sets a goal to get rid of Zey and Rosie? If they hit that goal, does Keem have to bend because he respects the people sending in money? it's a slippery slope, basically. And I know you're going to say like, oh, well, Hero would never hit that goal or whatever. But my point being, it's not fair to basically say that you're allowed to fuck with another person's show if you get a lot of money, because there's plenty of shows in the LCU that build their platform based on beefing with each other. So if you start allowing this now, it's just not going to work out. So Keem's not wrong. And then also when Zey says stuff like, oh, well, you know, how come so-and-so can get away with it? How come this is fine? What was their punishment? Blah, blah. Yes, a lot of the punishments in LCU are public. And yes, a lot of the punishments in the LCU seem like not anything. But at the same point, you don't know for sure as a viewer if Keem is doing stuff behind the scenes. You know, there's been plenty of times where stuff has come out where we didn't know something happened. I mean, take the Christina thing, for example. She was sent that, well, okay, she faked being sent that box of glass and we didn't hear about it because Keem didn't want to make that public knowledge. So there is stuff that happens behind the scenes. And to come up onto your platform publicly and tell your boss that he needs to disclose what punishment were doled out to your coworkers, that's a little far in my personal opinion. Yes, a lot of it's content, but some of it might not be. And that's just where I stand. I'm not going to clip in the rest of it, but just to let you guys know what ended up happening is that Keem came back on and said, hey, listen, you guys have to redirect to Hero. You cannot redirect to Queens and you can't keep your live going. I know you said you're going to accept a punishment, but I will close it off on the back end if I have to. And so obviously Zey and Rosie were like, okay, fine. We're just going to, you know, do the redirect properly. But they did pin the link for Queens to try to send their audience over there. So that's how that resolved. But now let's get into Hero because it's Amber's turn to deal with Keem.
What are you doing right now? You're not like, you look like
I'm like,
you're like gone with the wind.
Yeah, because I'm literally I'm realizing something.
That you're fake bake?
And I'm not going to say it. You know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to do it till I'm ready. But I'm going to do it. That's all I got to say.
What? You're going to do what when you're ready? What is it, Amber? And Keem, motherfucker, I don't like how you get 50% of this show. I want a 3-way split with you, bruh. This ain't fair. I ain't going... What the hell are you doing? I ain't going nowhere. This is my channel. How like Amberlynn give myself a beard. What are you doing right now? What are you actually doing? Are you trying to like Foodie Beauty and have a fucking hijabi on? Are you like racially cultivating her religion? Okay, now she's speechless. What the fuck? If you vote, Amberlynn is still in the right. Hey, hey, hey! Keem's patient is running thin with you, Amber. Oh, here's Keem now.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah, shut down the show.
Why?
Why?
Because you're over here crying that I get 50% of the show.
It was a joke.
I don't give a fuck. Shut it down then.
Oh, so this is what I'm learning. We only get punished around here. No one else does. All right, I'm learning that.
I just went off on Jersey for the same reason. Why are you different?
Did she have to end the show? Did she have to end it?
No,
the show was ending. The show was literally ending when she mouthed off and acted like, oh, I get money from this. Like, I really give a fuck about the few $1,000s that I get from Glass.
Amber is so fucking dumb. What do you mean? Oh, well, did they have to end the stream? Like, I guess I can kind of understand asking the first time, but then she's like, how much longer? As if they're still on air. You get the redirect from them. Obviously, they fucking end before your show starts. And this was pretty deep into the show at this point. I mean, they were like coming to their conclusion. Glass has been over for like at least an hour at this point, probably closer to an hour and a half. But either way, see, this is what I'm saying about Keem, like having to wrangle these people like fucking cats. He comes in here, they're immediately being disrespectful as hell. And I know Gemini says he was joking. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes Gemini's jokes go over my head because he has a very deadpan sense of humor, but he also stays saying fucked up shit too. So to me personally, I can understand why Keem was upset. He just came off of the whole Glass situation where 2 employees were basically saying, I know that you want us to follow the rules, but fuck you, we're going to do what we want. And he had to get that all simmered down. Then he tunes in to see how Hero is doing. And they immediately come for him. Oh, you've been watching and you didn't come when we called, which just so you guys know, the context earlier for when they were calling his name on stream was that they've been having this like little petty fight all fucking stream. That's what the numbers are in the top left. They were like, if you think Amber's right, send in a dono. And if you think I'm right, send in a dono. And it was all just fucking grift. So their calling of Keem was not even important. Nothing fucking happened, which is basically what Amber is going to say in a minute. But she's going to make it try to sound like it was important or whatever. But she's literally coming at Keem immediately from jump with his attitude of like, why are we getting in trouble? That doesn't make any sense. Because you guys just said your boss earns too much money. You think I can go into a 9 to 5, walk up to where my boss is within earshot and go, man, can you believe that man makes so much money? I'm the one doing work. He's like literally making money off of my work. He's doing nothing. Yeah, they're the fucking boss. They're not going to be putting in as much effort on the lower end. That's what you're there for. Amber, you're there to make content. Keem is taking on the risk. He's the one having to make sure that this shit stays afloat, watch analytics, do all of that. He's actually taking a lot of work off of the smaller creators because they can just focus on, you know, hitting their smaller goals and stuff. They don't have to worry so much about like producing, advertising, doing all this shit. They get a team that is supplied by Keem. So, you know what I mean? Like, yes, they do work in a sense because like they still are responsible for making sure that they plan the show and do this, that, and the other. I'm not trying to say that Keem does everything, but to be like, oh, he's taking 50% and that's not fair. Okay, where would Thicc Gemini be without Keem? Fucking nowhere. Nobody would be watching his shit. Where would Amber be without Keem right now? She got demonetized and he let her into his network so that she could continue getting a check. So I'm just saying they need to throw a little bit of respect on his name.
Did you tell them to end the show?
He didn't come in, but he watching. Ow!
Just goes to show he only wants to come
at the
in.
same time. I literally cannot understand what either one of you are saying. What did you say?
Obviously, you're watching the show. So when we called for you all the times that we did and you didn't come in here, that's fucked.
I literally just turned it on. And when you said, I realized something and I'm going to wait until I'm ready, whatever the fuck that means. So I've been watching since you said that.
Okay, well.
What do you need me for?
I don't even fucking know at this point. Like, Christina's not answering. You're mad at us now. Like, Jersey can say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. Their show can continue.
Okay, well, you're literally, I turn on the show. I was not watching and I hear he gets 50%. Like, I don't do shit for the show. It's like, what? I made sure that you guys got the redirect. I dealt with all the Glass fans being mad at me, acting like I was being unfucking fair. And then I make sure you get the redirect. And now you guys are acting like I'm fucking not doing anything for my 50%. And I'm not going to deal with it.
Don't put me in that. Don't put me in that. He said it.
It's the first thing I hear you guys say when I turn it on.
I said
and don't give a fuck. I will literally shut this thing down. I will fire both of you and let you know real quick. I don't give a fuck. Just like I'll fire Jersey. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
She don't care because she has buzz. She don't care.
Dude, oh my God. When she said okay like that, oh my gosh, that makes me so pissed off. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say I clipped this so you guys would have exactly the same information that Keem had. I started the clip when he came in. So that's how much of the show he's seen. They're coming at him for not coming earlier. He's like, okay, well, what did I miss? Let me fix more shit for you guys. What did you need me for? And then Amber's like, I don't even know. Because again, it was a fucking bullshit joke grift stream. They didn't really need Keem. It's just that they were having a little tiff back and forth. Basically, Gemini had to get Amberlynn on the show because she wasn't showing up. So she played a clip of a song. Amberlynn didn't like that because it was the human to human song. So she came on and now they've been mad at each other for an hour and a half. The whole side chat has been saying like, hey, just fucking get over it. We want to have a fun show. So there was no reason for Keem to come in. He was not needed. Keem lays out for them what he just did for them. And instead of like being at the very least, if not understanding where Keem comes from, being like, oh, hey, you know, thank you for doing that, just to like get the heat off or whatever, they double down on it. They're like, okay, and like whatever. And then at the end, Gemini's like, oh, she doesn't care if you fire us and get rid of this show because she has buzz. Are you dumb? He can get rid of both. You think he won't? He's been in the game for 15 years. Yes, Amberlynn has a little bit of protection status because she has a huge draw to the LCU and both of her shows are in like the top 6 performing right now. But he doesn't care. He's been doing this for long enough. He has enough money where if he wants to just cut her and lose the profit because it's more annoying to deal with her than it's worth, he'll do it. He'll get rid of Bus and Hero. He doesn't care.
No, I'm just saying, like, I didn't say anything about 50% and nothing.
I just don't give a fuck anymore. Disrespect me, I'll shut down your show. I'll literally just pull it up and shut it down. Same thing with Glass, same thing with anyone. I'm not fucking dealing with this extra nonsense where I get shit for trying to fix your fucking problems. It is not my fault that you have 15 years on the fucking internet acting like fucking so ridiculous, lying and this and that. That's not my fault. That's your fault, right? And people are fucking criticizing you over it, and I gotta fix your problems every single day. And instead of being grateful that I fix your problems and help you out, you then fucking take it out on me. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna gaslight me. You're taking all this shit that you get from Glass, that you get from haters, that you get from people in the Discord out on me, and I'm not taking it anymore because I'm not the one fucking harassing you.
Oh, Christina did something wrong. I get in trouble for it. Gemini does something wrong, and I'm getting yelled at for it.
You didn't get in trouble. You were suspended while I got investigated.
It's totally fine. Investigated.
Did you get your host role back?
Like, I'm so tired of this shit. Gemini's the one who mentioned 50%. Don't come at me like that.
Motherfucker,
like,
does it sound like I'm not tired of this shit? Does it sound like I'm not tired of the nonsense?
Yeah, well, I told you I was a crazy bitch, and you said be crazier. What do you want? What do you want?
Oh, you got to answer for everything. Well, okay. Well, do
Yes, I
this. Don't DM me. Don't reach out to me for help. Deal with the problems yourself.
Okay.
I'm taking my 50% and doing nothing. Remember that.
Didn't say that. Neither did Gemini.
I didn't say. I said it would just be a 3-way split because I was making a.
So again, Amber's got to mouth off. She can't ever just take like the humility to be like, okay, you know what, Keem, this is getting too serious. I'm sorry. We were joking around. We didn't mean to insinuate that you don't do anything. I understand. No. She's got to be like, you don't do shit for me. You're like my biggest op. You're literally making things worse. How is he making things worse for you, Amber? How? Genuinely. Because when you said that you were getting pissed off that Glass was talking about you, he talked to them and made them stop. So he helped you out there. When you cry on bus because things are getting too serious, he hops in and says no. He basically gives you a pick of what hosts you want to work with. You're literally always spouting how much control you have over the place. Who else in the LCU, except for maybe Yo Mama, has that kind of fucking control? Huh? I'm asking. Because I feel like it's been very biased towards Amber to the point where I think that when Amber joined the LCU, she wrote a contract with Keem and put stuff in there about how he's allowed to treat her or how much he has to protect her. Because this does not sound like old style Keem to me. This sounds like he has been put on a little bit of a leash with her because he's been handling her with kid gloves. I understand she brings a lot of business to the LCU, but if you go back and see Keemstar from like 5-6 years ago, he's not acting like this with his host. And Yo Mama brings that up on his show on Pit last night too, so I know I'm not crazy on that. But either way, Amber can't see the help that she's gotten, and she's never willing to see the help that she's gotten. Even when she was doing her little vlogs and talking about her mom, it always has to be about how her mom was like a piece of shit to her when she was a kid. It's never a genuine, thank you, Mom, for driving me around. Thank you for helping me get moved into my apartment. Thank you for being willing to go into my apartment and clean it out if I was going to move in with Tommy. It's never that. The only times you ever see her say thank you to somebody for something that they've done for her, it's very clearly performative for the camera. Like that's just how it is. This bitch cannot notice that anybody has helped her with anything. She still thinks she did a huge favor to Keem by coming on to the LCU, which, don't get me wrong, it was mutually beneficial. But again, what else was she going to do? She needed this shit in order to get a check. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm sorry that I went off on Glass. For all of my little glass holes that are watching me, I hope you guys aren't mad at me. But like I said, I got to call it like I see it. And I do think that shit was a little ridiculous because they put Keem on the spot. And then for Keem to go directly into Hero and have to deal with that shit on their end as well. I know Keem's not a good person, but he's planning a wedding right now. He's under a lot of stress. He just came fresh off of fat camp. Like, it's a lot for anybody. You know what I mean? And so I do feel for him a little bit in the fact that everybody is wanting to disrespect him and just do their own shit and act like there's no rules and that they built this shit up, instead of realizing that Keem is giving all of them a platform and that they should at least respect the bare bone rules of the LCU. I mean, it's really not that hard. There's barely any rules because it's basically built up to be a lawless show. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that I sound like a little simp for Keem in this video? Do you think that Glass was totally in the right and that I'm in the wrong? Do you think that Amberlynn was going too hard on Keem? Do you think that she wasn't going hard enough? Do you think Keem earns his cut? 50% is kind of crazy. I don't know if he earns 50%, but I definitely think that, you know, when you're higher up and you're dealing with all that extra shit, you deserve some money for that. You know what I mean? He's taking on additional risk. He's the one doing all of the HR management between everybody. So he deserves a large cut. I think he's certainly doing much more work than Gemini and Amberlynn, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. That really helps me out in the algorithm. Quick shout out to my girl Amber Sympathy Bone for helping out with all of the visuals on this video. I really appreciate her for doing that. And as always, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support you've been showing me. I've gotten so many subscribers since I started and I really appreciate that. I love reading all of you guys' comments and like engaging with you. You guys are so smart and I really like hearing your takes. If you made it this far in the video, you already know, stay Delulu, but not that Delulu. See you next time.